about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they loved their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Santa Clara. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They're going to bury him in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's a give to Lynch. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Clifton. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Minnesota. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Lynch. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mond on the bootleg. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 3rd down, they go Lynch. He will push his way down to about the 14. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Mond. They're going for it. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top two seeds in the NFC. I think they're the two best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top two teams in the NFC.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Mond. Touchdown! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the run.
He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Mond looks to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niner 16.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here's Mond. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Devin Bush has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he's going to go down again. Joseph Osai in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mond. And he's got this to Jefferson. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
How about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And that's out quickly to Chase. Touchdown, 49ers. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd and 2. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, running right is Lynch. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run again with Lynch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go with Lynch right side. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mond looks to throw. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
49ers 14.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now.
There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. Jamar Chase, 84 yards. And the 49ers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bond going to throw it. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a second down. On the give, this is Lynch. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the ground, it's Lynch. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. It's brought in by Harris. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. The extra point up and good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
49, guys. Mike. 49's the Mike. He's not going to get me.
They'll set up to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Adams. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Switch up, switch up.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they improved to 14-2 with still 1 game left to be played.